Hello and welcome to my unboxing of the Moto X 2014 edition. This was ordered online through the Motorola Moto Maker facility, and I have no idea what this is going to be like, so hopefully I'm happy with the options I've chosen. I went for the oil blue black, metallic red trim, the black front face, and the 32GB memory. So let's get this unboxed. Let me cut along here and treat out the presents on Christmas morning, just rip it off. Okay, so the front should lift. Okay, wow, it's the first I've seen the phone, and I like the colour. Just lift it out of the way for 1 second and see what else is in the box. With the little Moto X packaging, and there should be some warranty information, user manuals, and a SIM ejection tool. Let's get started. Quick start guide, and warranty, operational. There's the SIM ejection tool. And we have a white cable, USB to micro USB, and a UK 3-pin plug. And I'm hoping there's 2 USB ports, and there are. Brilliant. I can charge my iPad in the other one without having to sacrifice my plug socket. Okay, it's a nice box. I'll never pay attention to it again. And here we have the star of the show, the Moto X. It feels, wow, nice. Feels good in the hand, solid, not too heavy. It feels very thin. I'm coming from an iPhone 5S, and this is probably slightly thicker, but it feels a lot better. I like the colours. The red trim around the speakers and around the Moto dimple, and I like the dimple. I know there's some controversy that the original Moto X is a bit more subtle, and this is much more pronounced, but I quite like the design of it. Okay, so let's have a tour of the device. So down the right hand side we have a power button, which is slightly ribbed for easily identifying it. And we have the volume up and down. And on the bottom we have a USB, micro USB. Nothing on the left hand side. Up at the top we have the nano SIM, I hope, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the front we have a front facing speaker and a earpiece speaker, not stereo sound. The front facing camera, I'm not entirely sure, I think it's 2 megapixels possibly, and then various sensors. Actually, I'll just take this front off. And you're probably not going to see, but there are 2 infrared sensors down here and 2 more around the top speaker there for Moto display, active display. Can't remember what it's called, but activating a device just by waving your hand over it. On the back we have a 30 megapixel camera, and we have dual flash in this ring shape to help diffuse the light better and just hopefully have a better flash experience. I've heard mixed reports about it, but it's certainly interesting looking. And yeah, I'm gonna power it on, and I did put my Google details into the Moto Maker website, so possibly has everything on the phone. I just need to go through the setup process and not put in my details. But I'll be back in a second with a first look at the device booted on. Okay, I've had the device booted up. I did have to put in my Google account, so I'm not sure what that was for in the Moto Maker process. Maybe it's just to assign it to my Google account for Play Store purposes. But anyway, I've got through that, and I've had the device onto the home screen now. Haven't installed any apps, so I've just got to the stage where the device is first booted up. So you can see down at the bottom here and here the infrared detectors, which means that if I wave my hand over the phone, it turns on, and if there was any notifications there, I would be able to go to them and view them, or I can just unlock the phone. I can also try OK Google. OK Google. OK Google. Okay, so it is working. I did try it beforehand when the screen was on, but for some reason it didn't want to do it there when the screen was off. Maybe I have to activate that feature. But up along the top here we have some icons, which means there's notifications in the notification drawer. And if I bring it down, you can see that there is sort of almost tutorial features just from Motorola telling you some of the features about the phone. So we have Motorola privacy controls. Let me see if I bring the phone closer. We have Motorola privacy controls. Moto might be like priority, do not disturb. So there's the Moto voice. Might go into that and set up my own passphrase. I don't have to use the OK Google functionality. I was expecting it to go there, but it didn't. And if I'm driving, it'll detect that, so that it will read out text alerts and that sort of thing. Use the Motorola Connect, so I can use Chrome and send text messages from the computer, and it tells you about the infrared detectors, so that I can silence calls, snooze alarms, or turn the phone on. And just some information there about setting up my secure password for unlocking the device. So if I go in here, just see the app drawer, and it is a very clean Google experience. Pretty much the only thing is the Moto app and the Motorola Migrate. I did try and connect my Apple ID. I was having some difficulties, but I thought it would take too much time anyway, so I thought just get onto the phone and see what it's like. So yeah, it's a stock build of Android, still 4.4.4, I hope. Yep, 4.4.4. And if I do the thing, I get KitKat, Easter egg, and keep tapping it, and get this thing. Not entirely sure what it is, but yeah. As I say, I've come from an iPhone. Before that I did have a Google Nexus. Before that I had the Nexus 1. So I always said that if I was going to get an Android device, it had to be stock Android, no Samsung TouchWiz or HTC Sense. That's what they're called. Yeah. So the Motorola Moto X is a fairly stock build of Android. There are some enhancements, but they're non-intrusive into the look and feel of the operating system, and hopefully Android 5 Lollipop will be on its way fairly soon. Motorola were fairly quick last year getting the 4.4 KitKat release out to last year's Moto X, so I'm hopeful that it'll be here within the next hopefully no more than a month. but just to compare it, there's it beside the iPhone 5S. It is quite a bit bigger. Only just in wonder at how much bigger again the Nexus 6 is. Don't think I said this is a 5.2 inch display, 1080p. I think it's pen tile, so it's not proper, but from what I've seen so far, it looks like a good display. But the Nexus 6 is 5.96, so it's even more massive again. Yeah, I'm going to spend some time getting this set up, just the way I had my old Gene X, and try and find this a good home. But that's all for now. My unboxing and first look of the Motorola Moto X 2014 edition. Any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment box down below. If you want to leave a like, please do, and if you want to subscribe, I don't know, do what you want. Okay, that's me for now. Thanks. Bye.